Hello and welcome. I am the massive floating purple head, Ashmax. It is Sunday evening once again, at least where I am in the UK, and we're going to play some more Ace Attorney Investigations collection. I'm going to crack open my can of juice, and this time I've decided to go for a Coke instead of an energy drink, trying to be less unhealthy, I suppose. What a weekend. What a weekend. Anyway, let's before I start talking shite about my weekend, let's just get into it. Let me just rearrange a couple of these windows I've got here. Oh, can I see that? What? No. God, this is terrible. Right. And let's get into it, shall we? What happened in the last part of the playthrough? Man, I can't remember. I know Shane, is that his name? Oh fuck. Look where we are. What's the little boy's name? Sean. Shane? How the hell did I get Finn? Right, Sean was here. Hello Valarikatari, welcome to the stream, Sean. Yeah, he is here. We were questioning people about stuff. Why are we at an orphanage? Right, something happened so many years ago. I think there was an incident of some sort. Then Wang. I always get his name. It's fucking Lang. Wang is the president. Right, Lang was talking about. There was an older case that we're looking at now. Larikatai, I honestly don't look at the not safe for work stuff too much. I've had a quick glance at things, but I don't, and I'm not a fan of the majority of that stuff, to be fair. Anyway, let us investigate. What's he saying? There was a guy investigating something, right? And he was killed. What was he investigating? I can't remember. Alf Aldo, the man who witnessed the president's kidnapping. Oh, okay, it's coming back to me now. The president was kidnapped. President Wang was kidnapped about 12 years ago. He was ransomed, and the government of Zhengfa gave the ransom, and the president was returned. Throughout the incident, this guy, who was, I believe, a reporter, freelance journalist, was murdered in the incident from 12 years ago. But what exactly did he see? I based this part of the recreation on one of the crime scene photos. Oh yeah, It seems he suffered a blow to the back of the head. Yeah, from that brick right there, they figure it must have been taken from here in the yard. Looks like the blood flowed from the head wound and spread over the surrounding area. Yeah, looks like he was killed here, or at least he was left here while still bleeding. Here, a gift for you. This is Mr. Aldown's autopsy report. What the fuck? Mr. Aldown's autopsy report, data jotted down in my organizer. Is that supposed to be Aldown? Larry is asking what happened last time. Penny's in the clear, right? Penny is not a suspect at this point now. We were told about this previous incident. We were told it's related to the current instance somehow. I can't remember who said it. Was it Lang? Maybe it was Lang. Let's continue. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. This cell phone must have belonged to the victim. You're right. Yeah, it says here in the file that Mr. Alden had made a call while he was watching the kidnapping. A call? To whom? His girlfriend. Seems he called her when he saw that the president was there. Why would he call his girlfriend in the middle of spying on someone for his journalism? I feel like that's not something you tend to do. Like, you tend to tell him about her afterwards. But she didn't pick up, so he left a message. That's in here too, if you want to hear it. Yeah, please. Hey Rosie, it's me. I guess you're asleep already. Anyway, I'm here at the orphanage. Something weird's going on. President Wang is here for some reason. And there's another. Damn it, the light's out, so I can't quite see, but it looked like he was being kidnapped. Anyway, probably nothing, but I should... What the fuck? Oh, he was hitting the head at that point. What were those sounds at the end? Sounds like a brick hitting something. He must have been attacked while he was still on the phone. Agent Lang, can I ask you something? What the fuck? Mr. Aldan's girlfriend, what was her name? Ringer. Rosie Ringer. At least that's what I heard. Oh shit. Just as I thought. Wait, Rosie Ringer was involved in the last incident, and she was wanted to find... what's his name? Winner. Says, I always... What is the arsehole's name? Some winner. So Excelsius, fuck, you know. Alright, crack dealer, welcome to the stream. You've not missed much. We have just started investigating this case created by Kay's bullshit received little thief. And apparently, in this case, so this is the case where the president of Zhengfa was kidnapped 12 years ago. But he was returned for a ransom, which was paid. Apparently, though, a journalist was killed. A journalist who witnessed the kidnapping. And we're investigating. This is the case for that. Now, this guy phoned his girlfriend just as he was, like, witnessing the president being kidnapped. We're at an orphanage for some reason. And apparently his girlfriend was Rosie Ringer, who is the person that died in the last case. So, the plot thickens. Just as I thought, wait, you mean her revenge for what happened 12 years ago? All Miss Ringer was left with were the memories and personal effects of her lover. And so, seeking revenge on Chairman Wiener, she made her appearance at the auction. So she really was out for revenge on Chairman Winner, wasn't she? Perhaps it was for his suppression of the kidnapping. Or perhaps it was because she thought he was one of the kidnappers. Mr. Aldown's final call data jotted down in my organizer. Why is that? Somebody's dropped a yellow flower here. I think this one symbolizes the desire to steal treasures. What the fuck? Okay, you can't just make these things up. What we can say is that it looks to be different from all the other flowers in the planter. Huh? So what's it doing here? What indeed? We should examine the planters too. I must be right. Somebody must have stolen it. It's a stolen treasure. Okay, shut up. I think this one might actually symbolize the growing anger of a former prosecutor. God help me. Help me. The brick. Cracker saying it's called connected. It is. This was the brick used in the murder. There's stuff made of bricks all around the yard here. They probably took it from somewhere nearby, huh? Why? Why is there like... Where did they pull a brick from though? Yeah, construction yard. You should have spare bricks lying about. Alf Aldown. Freelance journalist. Killed after witnessing the kidnapping of President Wang. Even in the recreation, it's pretty gruesome, huh? I mean, it's even worse than the actual crime scene photos. That's a lot of blood. It seems mostly to have come from the back of his head, As you can see, that area is completely caked. We've never gone into so much detail about these things before, I don't think. Yeah, the autopsy report says that's where he was hit with the brick. Indeed, I imagine his attacker must have snuck up on him from behind. It looks as if he's clutching something in his right hand. Oh yeah, they mentioned that in the file somewhere. Let's see. According to this, it was a button. A button torn from the attacker's clothing, perhaps. Bloody button data jotted down in my organizer. Interesting. Crider saying I feel miserable, caught a cold probably at work. Ah, dude, that sucks balls. Well, hopefully you can sit down and recover while listening to my dulcet tones talk voice act terribly. One day, I'll be called up to voice act a shitty character and something. One day. My weekend has been eventful. I got myself a 3D printer. I had an old one from like 7-8 years ago. I thought I'll get a newer one, and I was like, I'm gonna get one that you assemble. I'm not gonna get one pre-assembled because you can assemble it. I was like, that I'll save myself a bit of dosh. A bit of cash. Fuck me. It took me hours. It took me like 15 hours all in. I don't know. I didn't count the exact hours, but it took fucking ages. And then when I put it all together, and then I had to, there's a calibration test you run on it. The calibrations failed, and I went, fuck me, right? So I actually had to like half disassemble the case and have a look at the motors and stuff. It was a nightmare. And even then I was like, I've fucked this somewhere. And I spent the whole day today trying to figure it out. I spent the whole day, most of yesterday, or half of yesterday, trying to figure out what the issue was. And sent emails to support for the company I bought from. I was like, oh my god, this sucks balls. I fucked it. Why is this not working? Why does it just work, you piece of shit? Anyway. Turns out I had missed, it's like it uses belts, which, I mean, most 3D printers do. And I had missed a pulley or something. I hadn't wrapped it around the pulley, one of the pulleys. It really pisses me off that I fucking missed this, or it came off or something. And I had to like disassemble the fucking, take the motor out while it was in. Oh god, it was such a bollock. Fucking had to take the doors and the case. Fuck! Anyway, I literally 20 minutes before the start of the stream got it all back set up, ran the calibration, and it fucking passed. So I need to update the support people to say that I got it fixed. But fuck me, now I need to just put all the bloody casing back together. Oh, why did I even bother, man? Cragder said next Godzilla. What? What are you gonna do with it? These are very good questions. Galactic, what thing are you talking about? Printers? 3D printer, yeah, I was building 3D printer. Everything is pay to win. Wait, what? Yeah, I'm... See, the thing is, right? I didn't realize how... Well, I should have known. This was a lot more complex. A lot more complex to build in general compared to my printer I got many years ago. And to be... I mean, the instructions were top notch. I just somehow fucked up somewhere, right? And I fucked up at a pretty early stage. And so once you put everything together and then you have to like dismantle parts of the thing in situ within the case, it's a fucking nightmare. And I was like, I can't return this because this thing is now assembled. It fucking weighs a ton. So what am I going to do? I can't just return it. How do I get this fixed? I was like, I was questioning my life choices so much. I hated myself. I was like, why did I just buy it pre-assembled? Fuck this. Fuck this. Mate, I spent so much. I was sweating, man. I was fucking effort. A lot of physical effort. It's a heavy bastard as well. Oh, the pain. Oh, I'm reliving the pain. Oh god, I can't believe I'm so fucking glad I got it to actually like calibrate. Now I need to fucking run a print on it to actually make sure it works. Maybe I shouldn't put the fucking all the casing back on. No, I shouldn't. I should run the print first. No, I should probably just put the casing back on. Fuck it, I'll take a chance. It's all calibrated and shit. God damn, it's such a bollock. Anyway. What am I going to do with it? I'm going to design stuff and print it. Actually, with my old 3D printer, it was like It's weird how the years go by, but I think 2 or 3 years ago, I did actually design a case for an LED display that I built. Actually, I don't know if you guys have ever watched the video I did of my first PCB design or some shit, I think I called it. You've probably not watched it. Anyway, there was a video I did on that, and I actually made a more complex PCB that incorporated the Raspberry Pi Pico, and it was all on one board, and it had 6? I can't remember it. So many LED matrices, like 8x8 LED squares in a row, and the idea was like it would just be like a nice kind of LED display, and you connect it to your computer and you could send commands to it to like show the time or just display a message or show some like icons or some bullshit. Oh, you did? Oh, cool. Right, so I did basically I did a project that was about 20 times more complex than that one, and then I designed the case for it as well, and I 3D printed that, and I even 3D printed the front lens that would go over it, like it was like a semi see-through piece of plastic. Oh, that was a bollock. Anyway, I did do that, and I was like, I'm going to do a video on this, and then I was lazy, number one, and number two, fucking other shit got in the way. You outsourced that. Wait, what did I outsource? I didn't outsource anything. I designed the PCB. I got the PCB built, obviously, by like a company, because it's like I can't fucking manufacture a PCB. I designed the case for it, and then I 3D printed the case myself. So I basically just like, but I sat on it, and then I got just distracted with other shit. A lot of other shit happened in life, and now it's like 3 years on or whatever. And I thought, when I made the video of the initial PCB, I was like, I'm going to make a video on the other one. I think I hinted about it as well in that video, in that PCB video, and then I never got to it because I was like, there's a lot of effort. Like I did that, and then I wrote an app, a desktop app using Qt, the Qt framework, if any of you know about Qt. And it was just a very simple app that you'd use to communicate to the LED thing, plugged in by a USB, and you just send it commands. Actually, now that I think about it, does the Pi Pico come with a Wi-Fi? I think there's a Pi Pico that comes with a Wi-Fi sensor on it. So I could actually have just, I would have to redesign my PCB design. Anyway, let's not do that. I could have had it with Wi-Fi, so you could communicate to it via Wi-Fi and then send commands to it, and that would probably be more convenient. Anyhow, such is life. Cracker said that was 3 years ago. Don't say that. I think it was 3 years ago, man. I know. Time flies, and now I'm fucking half dead. Volarictising bollocks. B-O-L-L-O-C-K-S. Bollocks! I mean, testicles. Volarictise says the Pi Pico is just a microcontroller. Yes. So, I had programmed the microcontroller in C to accept some commands. God, that was actually fucking hell. This is going back. So you'd send it like so many bytes of data, and it would read that. There's only two real commands. One was to display string text, and that the command would be sent of what the string should look like. The other one was to show the time, and what it would do then is it was designed to, like, if it was showing the time every so often, because it has a timer on it, but it's very basic. But every so often it would send a command back to the PC. The app, assuming you have it running, because it was designed to run in the background, would detect that command, find what the PC's time is and send it back to it. to try and keep it like the time aligned, because it went out of sync very quickly because its timer was shit. So anyway, that was, do you know what, that was fucking a lot of effort, and I never made a video on it, but you know what, no one would have watched it anyway. But that was I was well proud of that. I should have probably I shouldn't say anything because I'm just about to delve into a fucking other project where I'm gonna fuck about with shit, and I'm definitely going to make a video, even if it's a simple video. I'm not going to go into detail because I think to myself, I need to go into detail about all the things. No Ash, just fucking make a simple video and go, I made a thing, you want to know more, ask me, and I might make a video. Well, Larry says you can't add a Wi-Fi to a microcontroller without buses and other components. No, I wouldn't be able to add Wi-Fi to it. Let me just check this. The Pico, because by standard it comes with what, EEPROM. I think the Raspberry Pi Pico comes with like if you buy the board. I think there is a, let me check this. Yeah, there's a Wi-Fi version of the Pi Pico, at least Pi Pico 2. So that version has the Wi-Fi sensor. And then what you would do, so if you're using, I'm assuming, right, I don't know, like if you're using the firmware from the Raspberry Pi Foundation, you would just be, it would have a function in it that you would import from the Pi library, or be built in or whatever if you're using their framework, to be able probably to send and receive either Wi-Fi or to set the SSID and password. What is it, EEPROM again? It's like memory, electronic memory. God, electronic. Let me check this. Electrically erasable, programmable, read-only memory. Why the fuck? It's basically memory that you can write over. And for microcontroller, well, for these things, like, they're basically little chips, physical chips that you put on the board. You can save binary data to it. I mean, what am I saying? You save, but everything's binary data. You save data to it. But they do actually have a limited number of times you can write to them. So you need to be very careful. Because I think like some of them it's like 5,000 times you write to them, and then I don't know, it fucks up or something. You can read from them as many times as you want. So I had the EEPROM on my board, and it was designed to, you'd press one, so it had 4 buttons on it, my PCB, and one of the buttons was if you held it, it would save. It would save what settings you had currently, but you had to manually do that. And then next time it switched on, it would read from that, see what was saved in memory, and either display the time or display whatever string was saved in memory. Now that I think about it, there's probably had to have been a limit. I think there was a limit on how many strings you could send in the message. I think I put that limit in because the EEPROM obviously only has so much. I mean, you're not going to hit the limit, but I don't know. So it's basically an accumulator. Dude, I don't know. You're talking at a much lower level than I'm accustomed to. It's just, as I regard it, programmable memory, you're probably right though, just looking at what that is, register a memory location used to store intermediate results. No, actually it's not an accumulator, because that's done for intermediate results for processors. EEPROMs basically are, it's memory that even when you power off, it retains the memory. I feel like accumulators don't run like that. And also they're part of like a CPU architecture. But yeah, it's like a memory, right? You can save data to it. You'll send a packet of data. It will save it. And then you request the data from it and you just read the data that's in there. And I think it's like null term. I don't know. There's a way of terminating how much data you get. Yeah, there's a bit of complication. But yeah, anyway, what the fuck am I doing? I'm supposed to be playing a game. Oh shit. Anyway, that was a really fun project. I say fun, I mean painful. But God, I should do a video on that. I did. So let me see. I programmed the microcontroller. I designed my own PCB. I designed the case. I 3D printed the case. I designed the software that had to run on the desktop to communicate with it. That was a lot of stuff. Anyway. That was a lot of time in my life. Like I said, I wanted to turn my brake lights to both brake lights and turn signal with a Pi Pico. Wow, dude, interesting. I don't know how you do that, because you need to like hook into the wiring for your brake light, but also hook into the wiring for your indicator. You could wait a minute though, why would you do that? Why would you want your brake lights to act as both brake light and turn signal? Don't they only do that in America? And what happens if you're braking, you're turning and braking? What takes precedent then? The brake light? You could probably hardwire that, right? You could use a bunch of logic gates, have the wiring come in, and then just have, well, anyway, fuck, I don't know. Mate, I've not done low-level electronics for decades. Let's, and I'm no expert electronics either, I fucking forgot everything. Right, what the fuck, have you looked at everything? There's nothing of interest here. What? There's footprints, you bastard, why are you not... What the fuck? Why are we ignoring the footprints? This is weird. Alright. Did I feel like... Well, let me see, let me see the logic here. Well, to get rid of the amber turn signals. Are you allowed to do that? I feel like that would probably make your vehicle illegal for the road. Looks cooler, more advanced. Well, I suppose it's a preference. I don't disagree with you, but I feel like wouldn't that make it illegal? What the fuck? No, there's nothing here. Yeah, it's a fun in that. You make a logical plan with logogram and see how you turn that into code. Oh, dude, what was it? God, some of these younger people were showing me. There was there's a game online that allows you to build. Fuck. What the fuck was it called? Shit, I've forgotten what it was called now. Like it had a visual. Ooh, maybe it's that. Wait, no, what the fuck? What is this? Na 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 na. Yeah. Okay, there is a game online, right? And some younger folk showed me about this. They were talking about when they first were learning to code. And it's called Scratch. You guys may have heard of it. I feel like I've heard mention of it. It's really interesting. Like, it uses like little blocks, physical blocks. It's on the web. You can do it on the web browser. It's a web browser based, web-based game, and you build logic for. I think the key is like you have this like you have like an image, and then you have to do stuff with it. What the fuck is this? So anyway, actually I'm just gonna post this in the chat. It's actually really interesting, and it's like designed for like young people, but I think it's pretty good for anyone of any age. They wanted to learn about building logic and how code works. But anyway, what the fuck? As usual, I'm not actually playing the game. These footprints stop by the body. I guess that means they belong to Mr. Aldown, right? His feet were pretty big. What's that? About a size 12? According to the file, they were the same size as his shoes. It's a match. I don't know. These footprints go towards the body and come back. According to the case file, they're thought to be the killers. They're about a size 9. Pretty average, in other words. Why are we, like, classifying whether it's average or big or not? It seems the police weren't able to track down who the murderer was from them, though. Police. Scratch is also a script. I think it is. It'll be like Python or something, right? Like JavaScript. Right, what am I doing here? What am I doing here? Oh man, wait. I'm scared. Right, I think there's more to see here, otherwise he would have said... can I move down more or to the side more? I've looked at that. I've looked at his camera, right? So the victim was carrying a camera. Oh yeah, according to the file, they recovered a picture. Yeah, here we are. What the why wouldn't you show the picture first? Like saying, oh, I told you that the restricted mode thing was not a new thing. This is in regard to YouTube and to people talking about how I think it was Red Letter Media had a video talking about things like people automatically being put into restricted mode from like last year or something. Turns out, like saying, turns out the spike in view drops are from other factors. Interesting. Maybe, you know, maybe what it is YouTube like evening out the views. Maybe it's like taking away views from the bigger creators and giving some of them to like smaller creators. I'm pretty sure it's probably not that, but still, I'd like to think, you know, maybe they're trying to be a bit more fair. But doing it in a way that's like, yeah, here's some smaller creators that you might be interested in, rather than just feeding most people stuff from the big creators. Because at the end of the day, it stifles innovation and it stifles, like, you just end up with the same people at the top of the getting the most views everywhere. Like I think people reminded Turn of restricted mode many years ago. People forget. I mean, if I was told about it, I forgot. I don't remember actually ever being told about it. I didn't actually know it existed. So it was probably introduced a long time ago. People were told about it. But the other thing is YouTube will toggle things, right? They might have tried this a few years back, and they might be trying it again now as part of a multitude of things. Crider saying, did YouTube pay you to say that? No, I'm just being like, hint, hint, you bastards at YouTube, give me some views, you fuckers. It's not because I'm shite, it's because YouTube won't give me views. That's my fucking copium. Also, I should probably not concentrate on long form content to try and grow a channel. But whatever, I do what I fucking want, and YouTube doesn't charge me. Unless I pay for their advertising thing, which feels like pay to win, but also you're paying for Google to advertise on their own platform, which they get paid for anyway. So Google are double dipping, or YouTube, sorry, is double dipping. So the creator can pay to advertise their video. No, what does it do? It like directs it at other people. I don't know, man. It feels like fucking hell, man. It's so messed up. Why am I paying for this? Shouldn't it just like work? Why am I paying for this? Obviously, because Google need all the fucking money. YouTube need all the money. Is YouTube? Do you know? Does YouTube actually make a profit? Does YouTube make a profit? YouTube, like most other Google properties, earn the bulk of its revenue through advertisements. Yeah. That's not telling me if it makes profit, you bastard. About 29%. Wait. Someone on 2 years ago, someone on Reddit said last year revenue from YouTube 29 billion, about 10% of all Google Alphabet revenue. They don't report a profit for just YouTube. Closest department is the Google services with a gross profit margin of 34%. Yeah, I wouldn't assume that's what YouTube have. They charge 10 to 30 cents per ad, say for a million. Nah, that's bullshit logic. 10% of their revenue. Yeah, but that doesn't tell you if it's profitable. Holy shit. But whatever. I guess we'll never know. Valerian Katara's got his quote saying, "It's shite being a YouTuber. It is fucking shite. Give me fucking money." Anyway, what are we doing? We're gonna look at this image. It's the president, right? Why on earth would we not fucking look at the photo first? Fuck it, hell! This is I should not question this. Do not apply, even though this game talks about logic connections and all that, let's not try and apply logic to this game. Fuck it, hell. And somebody's pointing a gun at him. This must be what Mr. Aldown witnessed. So the person in the trench coat is the kidnapper. Wait, wouldn't the president know who that was? Wouldn't he have just said to someone? Also, man, he is well buff. I'm well jealous. Look at that musculature. Fuck it, hell. What a beast. Yes, I imagine they were trying to conceal their identity. But if Agent Lang's father's theory was correct, the person wearing that trench coat is Warden Lagarde. Really? I don't know. How come they only found the one picture? He probably wasn't able to take any more before he was attacked. There was also a handprint on the snowman. Photograph data jotted down by organizer. What the fuck? Fresh blood and plenty of it. According to the autopsy report, he died from loss of blood due to the blow to the back of his head. Yes, and that blood spread out over the entire area. I doubt anybody could have bled that much and survived. Anyway, this certainly seems to confirm what the autopsy report suggests. Okay, what have we not clicked on? His shoes. Footprints were a key part of this case. There was information about the shoes in the file, correct? Yeah, let's see. They're a size 12. Feet were clean. No corns, no athlete's foot. Why the fuck? What the fuck? Beige socks, thermal underwear in the same colour. He dressed old guy style. What is this shade she's throwing, man? What the fuck? Brighter socks would have really made that outfit pop. Why not live alone? What the fuck? And that's it for the fashion rundown. Shout out to whoever left these amazingly helpful comments. Wait, what? That was written down? And here I thought it was going to be a plain old investigation report. Who the fuck wrote that report? What the fuck? I think I've already looked at the flower. That's not highlighting. Oh my god. Did we look at the hand? Yeah, there's a button, right? I don't know if there's anything else to look at here. This is pretty bad if I have to fucking... I don't know. Right, yeah, done. Usually he says when he's finished looking at all the stuffs. I'm not talking to them, fuck off. How dare you, Scruffy? Don't you dare tell anybody, I'll deny it anyway. What? Mr. Edgeworth, you gotta help me out here, sir. What's the matter, Detective? It's about the SS5 incident, what else? I know Chairman Winner isn't in charge anymore and all, but a top secret file being available to us so quickly after its removal, something seemed off. So that got me to thinking, and I put in a call, and they told me that, well, Miss Von Carmel went to some pretty extreme lengths to get that file released. Oh. Curse you, Scruffy, I deny everything. Eek! It sounds like you went to a lot of trouble for our sake, Francisca. Don't worry, your efforts won't be for nothing. I'll solve this case, you'll see. Aww, Francisca is helping us out. Ah, Francisca is awesome. Cradger says, I would die a second time someone made fun of how I dressed when I died. Oh my god. What an insult, isn't it? It's like you can't even fucking escape it in death. Cradger saying, why is Tabby Lloyd here? Why indeed? Tabby Lloyd and what's her name? Lotta Hart. Fuck. The gruesome twosome. Can I help you, Mr. Edgeworth? I cannot thank you all enough for returning Sean safely to me. I can hardly bear to imagine how I would have felt if he had not come home. Hey, old guy, can't you see you're upsetting her? That was not my intent at all. Mate, I just started... Shut up, kid. Look at our little knight in shining armor defending his mum's honor. Shut up. I wouldn't have to if you didn't keep... That's enough, Sean. Mr. Edgeworth, if you'll allow me, I would like to apologize again. I failed in my duty as a servant of justice. I will not ask you to forgive me. I only ask you to understand that I... Judge Gavel, I don't presume to know the goddess of justice as well as you do. Yeah, fuck it. But she was a mother, was she not? Of other gods and goddesses. She was. Fair judgment requires personal circumstances to be taken into account. I'm sure she would understand. Perhaps your beloved goddess is more merciful than you give her credit for. But thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. What are they even talking about? Mate, I don't know. Don't worry, Sean. I don't have a clue either. It's good that you're proud of that, eh? So things are finally settling down after Warden Lagarde's trial. It would seem so. A sentencing is still to come, but the guilty verdict should stand. And do not worry, Excelsius Winner's connection to the case will be thoroughly investigated. Have faith, Mr. Edgeworth. Eustace is a changed man. Indeed, he simply had some growing to do. But then, don't we all? Kay included. Huh? Kinda feel for him now. I said some pretty mean things, but I'll make it up to him next time I get the chance. And I am sure that chance will come, but for now, indeed, we need to focus on the case at hand. Prater saying Edgeworth's trying to hit it. No, man. Edgeworth, she's mine! It'd be so funny if Edgeworth's like, you're a mother, all of a sudden I'm attracted to you. I'm like, what the hell? Edgeworth is a man of culture. Well, have we got anything to show? Maybe that. Wait, what did I click on? Present. What is this? Do you wish for me to smash it with my hammer? What? Yes? No, please don't. It was a joke, Mr. Edgeworth. The gavel is a sacred instrument of justice. It must not be swung in vain. It didn't seem like a joke to me. Wait, hasn't she threatened to swing that before, though? Oh, well, same stuff here. Does she know? She doesn't seem to know anything about the case. What's this? Both Jim and Vinna and Warden Lagarde were involved in this case. Or at least so it would seem. Indeed, and that's not all. Yes, Alf, Aldan, and President Wang, too. We need to find out what links their deaths. And perhaps the secret lies here somewhere. We're only just starting to get an inkling of what that link might be. We'll need to pursue it as carefully as we can. Then let's leave no stone unturned. On with the investigation. And don't worry about Little Thief, I just changed the batteries. Very good. So it runs on battery power. Interesting. What type of batteries, man? Like fucking fusion batteries? Hey, this arch, we've seen it somewhere before, right? What? Oh yeah, the big building. Indeed we have. It's the same one that stands over the entrance of the big building today. Valaktai is asking, inkling is a real word. Yes, it is. I have an inkling. I have a small idea. Inkling? Like a little idea? What? A slight knowledge or suspicion. A hint. Bam, ba, 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 bam. But this is supposed to be how things looked 12 years ago. Was it there the whole time? It seems the architects worked the old archway into the structure of the new building. That's pretty cool. The future is simply the past reheated. What? I think I heard that somewhere. And for once, it seems you might have remembered it correctly. But 12 years ago is a long time to reheat something for. Oh, God. If it was your lunch, it'd be ruined. Fucking hell, okay. God help you, child. Anyway. An igloo shaped like a bear, the perfect balance of cuteness and scariness. I guess you could call it a big glue. Don't quit the day job, Kay. It is quite large. You could probably fit as many as 3 people inside it. Yeah, and they could live in there for 3 whole years. 3 years? And what about the summer? Wouldn't the big igloo melt? Again, say it again, Mr. Edgeworth, please, one more time. Wouldn't the igloo melt? Yeah, you're no fun. God damn it. Or what does this guy know? Looks chillier than your chilliest. Look out here, Mauserino. Somebody might have to warm me up. Could you maybe take this a little more seriously, Mr. Fender? For UK Meister, anything. Can't believe this whole sorry tale began right here. Kinda crazy, right? Yes, it is a little. What were Fiefs and the chairman up to, though? Where were they going with all this? Where, indeed. I'd very much like to know that myself. And I'd very much like to know when you two are going to admit how much you love your Uncle Eddie. Mate, I thought he was going to say something like how much you love Franziska. Or something. Fucking hell. Ha, not anytime soon. Come on, Mr. Fender. You're not taking this seriously at all. He did for about 3 sentences, which is something of a record. A tortoise and a hare, inspired by the children's story, no doubt. The tortoise races the speedy hare and wins. Alright, time for a K Faraday pop quiz. Why did the hare lose the race? I'll give you 3 options. I don't need 3 options, K. He lost because he stopped to rest and fell asleep. Number 1, the hare's favourite running shoes were stolen by the Yatagrasu. Number 2, the tortoise trained with the Yatagrasu and got so fast that he won. Number 3, the real winner was the Yatagrasu who plotted a surprise secret victory. Those are my only 3 options. Too hard? Alright, I'll give you a hint. The option you're looking for starts with a thur. Well, that definitely narrows it down. Let's not talk to Kate anymore. It's a port swing with an elephant's face on it. And behind it is what appears to be a motor. You know what every dedicated swing fiend always wonders, don't you? If they can swing all the way over the top and back again. Man, I've never done that. That's mad. Maybe a motorized swing could finally make the dream come true. Wouldn't that be a little dangerous? And what dream isn't, huh? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. True, but hardly applicable in this case. Right, what the fuck? There are burn marks on this pillar here. Report says there was a fire sometime in the evening of the incident. A fire? Let's see, where was it again? Ah! Yeah, one of the orphans set a fire with some kerosene. Some sort of prank probably, with kerosene, what the fuck? They sound like a lively bunch, possibly too lively. It seems their antics spoiled our chances of finding any footprints near the entrance of the building. One of the children set the orphanage yard on fire as a prank sometime during the evening before the incident. Fucking... what's wrong with these kids? Dun 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 dun. 3 planters, covered with snow. Is anything the matter, Agent Lang? Yeah, something's not right. I wasn't able to look at the case file until now. Indeed, you have Chairman Winner to thank for that, it seems. Yeah, but what's weird is I've seen this scene somewhere before. What? But where? I keep thinking I've got it, but then it's gone. He appears to be lost in his efforts to remember. Perhaps I should leave him alone for now. Larkatai was asking, was this place a train station? Oh, orphanage. President Wang chased after the SS5 incident. I guess he felt his trust had been betrayed. I can understand that. But to cut ties with my family completely, after how close we'd been for all those years. My father was desperate to make amends, to get just one chance to say sorry. But no matter how many times he tried to get an audience with the president, he couldn't. He couldn't even convince them to take a letter to him. One time he came home covered in bruises. Who knows from where? A bodyguard, maybe? Bloody hell. Sorry, there's no point making you sit through old stories that won't change anything anyway. I'll be the judge of that. As warm as fuzzy as ever, I see. Not that I expected any different. That case ruined my father, and my family too. The people who failed to keep the president safe. That's all we were after that. He threw himself heart and soul into that investigation. He became obsessed, in other words. Hardly the best state of mind in which to undertake an inquiry. Wow, you really don't pull out your punches, huh? Look, just don't go thinking I'm only doing this because of my dad, okay? That investigation was solid. His work was meticulous and it was accurate. It always was. He interviewed every single one of those kids, and he made sure they told him everything. I wonder if he learned anything of value. You want me to tell you about the SSI incident? In a nutshell, my dad couldn't keep the most important person in Zhengfa safe. So he put everything on the line to try and figure out what happened. He nearly worked himself to death trying to solve that case. Got so bad he looked like a ghost. Maybe it would have all been worth it if he could have gotten the people responsible convicted. But he couldn't, and that Lagarde woman got off scot-free. He failed to repay the president for all he'd done for us, and he failed to solve the case. And that's how a family of wolves got pulled into this never-ending nightmare. That's enough for you? It sounds to me like one young cub in particular took his family's downfall very badly. I can only imagine how much the experience must have hurt him and his father. We will do all we can to bring this case to its conclusion at last, Agent Lang. I promise you. And I hope that the story you just told us proves a useful clue in doing so. That's all you have to say after I poured my heart out to you? Why do I waste my time? I mean, what'd you expect? Why are you shoving this in my face? You ought to be careful I don't bite it. Perhaps I'd better put it away. Oh well. Tom. Who else do I need to talk to? I don't want to talk to these. Oh, fuck. Boy, howdy, is this ever a scoop? Whole world's gone green. Must be an outbreak or something. I've seen green trees, green people, green clothes, everything. They must have been real sick of even their clothes are green. What, you're wearing green? Looks like we wound up slap bang in the middle. Right down, place at the right time. I sure did, Chief. Fuck, I forgot there's two of them. I don't think we're going to get a word in edgewife here, Miss Edgeworth. And I don't think we want to. Well, thank God that was short. Oh, we have to talk to the kid. What do you want? Sean, I wonder if you could tell us a little more about the circumstances surrounding your kidnapping. They took you when you went to the garbage disposal area, right? But what were you doing there? It's alright, you don't have to talk for him. He could just ask me himself. Hear that, Mr. Edgeworth? I think he started to warm to you. I went to the garbage disposal to throw away the flowers that were on that body. It wasn't far, and I figured they'd be less likely to find them there than if I threw them in a garbage can. I tried to get in here last night too, but it was locked. Can't just say this accent. I need to I can't do a fucking accent. I can barely do my own accent. My voice is dying. My God, who messages at work on a Sunday? What is this music? So you had to come back today and try again? Yeah, but when I was there, somebody came up behind me and put something over my face. Oh yeah, snoozing is easy. 3Z with 3 Z's, oh yeah. The fact that she was drugged with it too doesn't seem to bother her. I guess it's a catchy name. Whoever it was pretty strong, but I never saw their face. I see, thank you. That's very helpful. Pretty strong, eh? What can you tell us about the time between when you were kidnapped and when you were found? Not a whole lot, I'll bet. Snoozing is easy 3Z with 3 Z's. I remember walking up feeling cold. I was somewhere big and empty and dark. There were cardboard boxes with some other language written on them. I figured it must be a storeroom. But it was actually a giant refrigerator. Businessmen used them to keep stuff chilled. And that's where Kay and Detective Gumshoe found him. They really saved the day there. Guess the cooler must have been on until just before I was brought there. Like I said, it was pretty cold. Anyway, they didn't take my phone for some reason. So I used that to call for help. I see. Well, we're all very glad that you found your way back to us safely. Pah, say it like you mean it, why don't you? He's not the most gracious child I've met. Reminds me of a certain somebody else. Wait. Reminds of Edgeworth? Or what other kid do we know? Now what am I supposed to do? Oh. These planters. According to the case file, the yard stretched around 3 sides of the orphanage. And there were 3 planters on each side. Yes, planters are arranged in a very particular pattern. Ones we've seen somewhere before. Hello Loopy, welcome to the stream. It has been a while. How's things? Shame there aren't many flowers, but I guess it was the middle of winter. Yes, but look at that one. It's bright yellow. Weird, how come there's only one? Wait, it looks like somebody dropped it. That's a lion lily, if I'm not very much mistaken. A rare member of the family Liliaceae. A lion lily, you say? Wait, why does she know about plants? Wait, didn't Judge Cavell give President Wang some lion lilies? What is the same flower doing here? This can't be a coincidence, can it? I believe this particular cultivar is from Asia, where it's said to symbolize the bond between parent and child. I wasn't aware you were so knowledgeable when it came to flowers, Franziska. What I just told you is common knowledge. Perhaps you just need to read a little more. Maybe Franziska's into flowers? Which is kind of cool. Let's talk to Cavell. Wait. Did that add anything? I added some logic shit. Logic! Loopy Loop saying, good old gotta join in for the detective and where I can. We have planters. The yard stretched around 3 sides of the building. There were 3 square planters. Was a brick used from one of the planters? Oh, I don't know. There's no obvious thing here. Is that what that logic? I don't know. One sec. Let's save. Save's gone, baby! Fuck. There's no logical connection between those two things. Loopy saying, okay, didn't know planters did detective in that world. What? I don't know. Planters are these square things, right? I mean, there is a person who does planting. What are they called? Plant doctor? Oh, what's this? This looks like a snowman, but it's mostly melted. Well, it's no wonder he's all slushy. He's wearing a hat and scarf. He must have been all roasty toasty. Fucking hell. Oh, and look at his cute little button eye just lying there. He probably would have frozen back up again at dawn, you know. That's when it's usually coldest. Heh, I don't think that would have helped much, Mr. Edgeworth. If a melted snowman froze again, it wouldn't turn back into a snowman. It would turn into an iceman. Ugh, what? Is what I bet you wanted me to say, isn't it? Well, too bad. Wait, button though. The button! The button came from the snowman. Why is this not fucking hell? Vlad saying, is this orphanage the local location of the past or a remote location? We are currently in the location of the big building. We have overlaid it with this 3D scan. So we're actually physically still in front of the big building. Right. Who have I not talked to? I think, do we need to show people stuff? We've not talked to this guy. Shifu, I know it's rude for me to ask, but can we count off for old time's sake? Just once, I'm begging you. For old time's sake, seems a little sentimental, but fine. Count off. 1. Sorry, Shifu. Just doesn't feel the same on my own. It's kind of lonely. Fool, it shouldn't matter if there's one of you or 100. You may be on your own here right now, but the pack is always with you. So quit whining about being lonely and howl like you mean it. Count off. 1. 1. 1. 1? Is he crying? 1. 1. 1. Can I go around to the other edge? No, I guess. What the fuck am I doing here? I'm stuck. Have I missed checking something? So we found the planters. We don't have any logic to match logic with logic. It has ticked him, but is that nothing new? We've analyzed. I don't know. So we've looked at one of the planters. Cracker said can't edge more. Well, let me think. Have you looked at the clock? We've looked at the plant, right? Wait, we need to add, wait, we don't have anything to add. Wait, let me talk to Gavel. Is there anything I can present her with? On the matter of what happened the night before last, and the reason for my meeting with the president, I am afraid I must keep my silence for now. Even though you know how crucial that information is to our case. Yes, even in spite of that, forgive me. Shh. Shh. Gavel saying shh. She's really not going to back down on this one. I like that, Sprite. And I can't see a way to try and convince her to open up. I think my only choice is drop the matter for now. But allow me to say one thing. Sean's efforts to protect me disrupted your investigation. For that, I can only apologize. Don't worry. It would take more than the lies of a child to throw me off the scent. And besides, not even I am thoughtless enough to criticize a child for wanting to protect his mother. And besides, what? Oh, it's nothing. Ignore me. Nor a mother for wanting to protect her child. Have you looked at this in close? It's a nice bouquet of flowers. Rose, it's me. I guess you're asleep already. Anyway, I'm here. Anyway, probably nothing, but I thought I should let you know. We have found clutch in Alden's right hand. I think we've shown this to Lion. Right, I feel like it's showing me as taught to everyone. Oh, does it just show that tick when I still have to fucking... it's not. Care about that as well. Who would care about that orphanage stuff? Oh damn, she didn't like anything. Oh, indeed. I think we already read this. What am I? Oh shit. What am I missing here? Damn, that was long. Right. So we have the shoes. We looked at that. Am I missing something here? And the logic thing, I've only got these to wait. Brick used, giant clove planters. What am I missing here? The button has to be significant, but who can I show the button to? These two are... I don't want to fucking talk to them. And the general scene... maybe I need to talk to Kay. Wait, why can't I talk to Kay now? Oh well. Fuck. What am I missing? Oh, fuck. Usually it's not as opaque as this. Usually it's quite... Like everything is ticked that feels like it should be ticked. Can I not... Nope. Am I missing some? Can I go around the sides? I might... Lark Tyson, can I tell you what you're missing? Give me a couple more minutes. Fuck. What am I... I've already done this one, it's not this. Same thing, he says. These are all the same as well. What am I missing here? Like we need. Wait, what's Y do? What's a mistake? What the fuck are we doing? I can't believe there used to be an orphanage right here on the spot, and the Warden Lagar was in charge. And that says 12 years ago. Yeah, they kidnapped the president of Zhengfa. Gah, I'm hungry. It's annoying me that I'm hungry. Fuck! Fuck! Crowder saying apparently they're called Angel Trumpet. What the fuck are you talking about? What? Oh, the flowers? The Colombian hallucination flowers. Yeah, they kidnapped the president of Zhengfa. It's crazy, and they killed Mr. Aldown, the only witness that we know of anyway, and kept all the details secret for all those years. The more I think about it, the more you smell something fishy going on. Yeah, me too. What's even weird is the people involved. I think we all know. We know all of them, don't we? Lagarde, winner, President Wang. When I think back over all the cases we've been involved with recently, it's true, I can't help but to think they're all connected. And we have to dig into this latest mystery and snatch a treasure of truth from inside it. I'll keep updating the simulation as we find new stuff. Just be sure to look over everything super carefully, okay? Oh, this has been unhelpful. No. Do these prints match it? Fuck, who knows? Oh, fuck off. What the fuck? This is bullshit. Lark saying 3 prints, 3 planters wanted to tell you, but so what? How does that link them? There's 3 of each, then what? So, and Wedgeworth's like, so that's what our monstrous hoof prints really were. What are you talking about? Wait, what? What are you fucking talking about? Recall the arrangement of the prints, now compared to that of the planters. What? They're... What? How does this relate? I don't get the connection. Like, I get that they're in the place, but how, like, after all these years, why is there hoof prints around the planters? What does this mean? That he was digging around that area? That's right, I believe the footprints are located exactly where our planters once stood. And also, if someone was, like, digging around a place, what are the odds that they would dig in the exact same shape around these planters? So Chairman Winner was digging around the front of them? He was, and why might he have been doing that? We have a piece of evidence in our possession that answers exactly that question. Which piece of evidence shows why Chairman Winner might have been digging in front of the planters? Man, this is a weak... There's 3 of them, and you're like... Why would he dig in that exact shape though? The planters aren't there. Why would he make it that exact shape? So stupid. Crowder is saying just one breath is enough to make you trip balls, and the scare part is your body is conscious enough to follow orders like punching in pin numbers, handing over your... Wait, what are you talking about? Angel's trumpet? What? Just 7 species. Jobby's gone mental, man. I'm not letting him in the room. If I let Jobby in, he's gonna fucking... He just causes... He goes for like the power points and pisses me off. I'm like, I can't, Jobby. You're too destructive. You're too distracting. How's your kitty doing, Crack? Where was it? There's a letter. No. No, it's one of these. Where the fuck was it? Oh, fuck.
Take that!
Carter saying let Jobby in. Nah, man, he just causes destruction. It's too, oh man, it's too much of, he's too much of a pain in the arse at night. I think he's got the zoom, he's fucking causing some sort of havoc. Carter saying she's in her emo phase probably. Recall, if you will, the report that Warden Lagarde sent to Chairman Winner. In it, she mentioned something that had been laid to rest in front of a planter. You think she was telling him where to dig? Wait, but why 3 holes? Because the report didn't specify which of the planters she meant. I get it, so he wasn't sure which one it was, which meant he had to try and dig up all 3. I imagine so, yes. Wait a minute, let's have a look at this again. That is not a hole! What are you fucking talking about? He dug and then This is so absurd. He dug a hole in this very specific shape. Then he put the soil back in and made it really flat. Cracker's saying she doesn't fawn over me as much, just does her own thing, doesn't love her father anymore. Jobby's the opposite, man. Jobby's always like, what the fuck are you up to? But then I don't let Jobby out. Jobby's an indoor cat, so that might be another thing. Like if I let Jobby out, I think Jobby would be like, ah, fuck you, I don't need you, I'm out, just give me food. But Jobby's always like, what are you up to? And I'm just like, man. But then like, there's not, yeah, maybe it's because I'm the only one that really gives Jobby attention. He's a stubborn arsehole though. God damn. Like he will, if the door is like slightly ajar, and my door like, it's kind of hard to open, right? And it just like, there's a bit of friction against the carpet where when you open it. He will like force that door open. He's like, what again? And I'm like, what the fuck? Cat's breaking into my house, into my room. Anyway. I imagine so, yes. Poor Chairman Winner. But why go to all the trouble? What was he looking for? I think that's about all we can learn from the scene for now. Alright, how about I try to show you how things looked early on that night? Okay, that's random. That would be very much appreciated. Cracker's saying I stopped letting her out ever since she sizzled her paw. Wait, how did she sizzle her paw? Oh shit. Also, outdoor cats don't live as long apparently on average. Mainly because there's so many things outside that can shorten their lifespan. Could you take us back to the moment at which the victim witnessed the kidnapping? Sure, I'll use the photograph you took. Here goes nothing. You're going to use one photograph to recreate the whole scene? This is stupid. This is like bullshit magic. My little device, my little mobile device is going to recreate everything with 3 taps of a button and a scan of a picture. Bro, what? There's Mr. Owl down in the middle of the planters. And there's the president and his kidnapper out by the road. Dude, look at the president. Fucking standing like a boss, right? He's just like, come on then, fucking shoot me. I got abs of steel, bitch. Oh, just ping off. I'm Superman. What a beast. Cracker saying stepped on neighbor's growler smoker. Oh shit. Poor little kitty. But I would have thought they would be Oh well, you learn that lesson once, as I think, and you don't do it again. There's a president and his kidnapper out by the road. My father based his investigation and evidence all down and provided. That was why he thought the kidnapping and the orphanage were connected somehow. And how he wound up suspecting Fifi Lagarde. She was the one running the orphanage at the time. How'd you go from running an orphanage to being a prison warden? Exactly. But when the case went to trial, Excelsior's winner put a big hole in that theory. He did? Yeah, after all, the president and the kidnapper weren't actually on the grounds of the orphanage. So it was hard to conclusively prove any kind of connection. Huh? So they were never seen inside the gates of the orphanage? Detectives busted got to find evidence on the scene, and then prosecutors come along and twist it for their own ends. Winner and Lagarde were working together. They had some kind of deal, I'm sure of it. You're sure of it? It's like fucking conjecture. So you're saying the chairman Winner was working with the kidnapper? Your father was convinced that Lagarde was the culprit, correct? And you say he was a gifted and thorough investigator. Then he must have had more to support his theory than just Mr. Aldown's message, surely. Yeah, he must have. I just don't know what it was. It wasn't exactly a case he liked talking about. He's talking about his dad in the past. Did he ever say if his dad passed away? Agent Lang's father, Da Long Lang. Wait, Da Long Lang? What the fuck is that name? Trusted ally and confidant of President Wang. He discovered truths that were subsequently suppressed by Chairman Winner. Our first priority should be to find out what they were. Characters, wait, though, we've got a highlight. Characters saying, why do they even need the detective when they have this technology? Well, apparently this is like classified technology or something that only this dumbass 16-year-old, or wait, what age is she? 17? 17-year-old girl has. Because, yeah, Mr. Aldown took his picture of the president's kidnapping from here, and then called Rosie Ringer, by which point his killer must have already been approaching from behind, with a brick in their hand ready to strike. These footprints stop by the body. I guess that means they belong to Mr. Aldown, right? His feet were pretty big. What's that? About a size 12? Yeah, you said that last. According to the file, they were the same size as his shoes. It's a match. I mean, it could have been someone else's footprints, man. What the hell? Mr. Aldown took his picture of the president kidnapped from here. But the plant is still here, right? These planters. According to the case file, the yard stretched around 3 sides of the orphanage. I think we read this. And there were 3 planters on each side. Yes, planters arranged in a very particular pattern. One we've seen somewhere before. Oh, that was supposed to be the hint. Shame there aren't any flowers, but I guess it was the middle of winter. Yes, but look at that one. It's bright yellow. Why are we repeating this? Like try saying in a German comedy movie, there's a Scotland Yard duo named Mr. Long and Rather Short. Lol. Cracker saying, you go girl, gatekeep that technology. So that's why we keep her around literally for this one device, I think. Weird, how come there's only one? Wait, it looks like somebody dropped it. We've discussed. That's a lion lily, if I'm not very much mistaken. A rare member of the family, Liliaceae. What the fuck? A lying lily, you say? Wait, didn't Judge Cavell give President Wang some lion lilies? What is the same flower doing here? This can't be a coincidence. Can it? I believe this particular cultivar is from Asia, where it's said to symbolize the bond between parent and child. I wasn't aware you were so knowledgeable when it came to flowers, Francisca. Ha! What I just told you is common knowledge. Perhaps you just need to read a little more. God, you're so much of an asshole. Anyway, let's look at this. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Hey, that snowman. It was melted in the simulation of the morning after the murder, huh? And that muffler was all wet and its little button had fallen off. Indeed, it still looked reasonably healthy at this point. Although not entirely. I could see one thing that's missing. Oh, poor guy, I bet some kid took it as a stupid prank. Not a bad piece of thieving though. Maybe they had potential. You think one of the orphans took it? I'm not so sure. In fact, I think it was grabbed by somebody else entirely. What am I supposed to deduce? Oh yeah. A deduce! Could this be related to the evidence somehow? Nah.
Eureka!
The snowman is missing a certain something, wouldn't you say? Yeah, his right eye. Indeed. Luckily we've managed to locate it. The button Mr. Alden was holding. Look at that, it's the same type of button as the other eye and everything. And if we suppose that the button was indeed the snowman's missing eye, that presents something of a contradiction. What does a button contradict? The victim was clutching the button, and the button was covered with his blood, which means he must have grabbed it after being attacked. So he was attacked beforehand, and then moved, and then someone took that picture? What? Let's run a little hypothetical, shall we? What if, after being struck, Mr. Aldown lost his balance and reached out to grab something to steady himself? The snowman. The snowman wouldn't have supported him, so he would have grasped the button and continued falling. I get it, so you're saying that he was near the snowman when he was attacked? I am. Pardon me. Within arm's reach, to be precise. And he's currently somewhere near that close. Right, but his footprints only go as far as the planter. He never came back this way. What if they weren't his footprints? I think we need to look at all the footprints, all the prints again. Alright, I'll take us back to the scene when Mr. Aldine's body was found. Wait. I just had a thought. I just remembered something. But the footprints on the left definitely match up with Mr. Alden's shoot, right? Oh, I've just had a thought, guys. Look. Look at the shoes. They're too big for his feet. Someone swapped. Someone took a dead man's shoes. Let's take another look and see if we can figure it out. Let's look at his feet. What the fuck? I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. The shoes, baby. These shoes. As the case file says, they match the footprints, but... Huh, they aren't the victim's shoes, I'm sure of it. How did nobody spot this? When they first investigated this case, they didn't just look at this and went... I mean, I didn't spot it because I'm just seeing a picture. But if I was investigating an actual body and I looked at the shoes, I'm like, these shoes are fucking too big for him. This man, was he hoping he'd grow into them? These aren't the victim's shoes, I'm sure of it. What do you mean? Look at how the laces are tied. Don't they look a little strange to you? What? The laces? What's more, they don't appear to fit properly. Not actually Aldown's shoes, they appear to have been placed on his feet by the culprit after the murder took place. So these prints, they go right up to where the victim was found and they stop right by his feet. But they didn't actually belong to him. So are the prints by his head his? The ones that lead away and come back? No, I don't think so. They're too small. So neither set belonged to him. Then how did he get here? Wait, didn't they have anything on record about what his shoe size was? Besides just the shoes he was wearing. That's easy enough. He didn't walk. He was carried by the killer. So then where did the murder take place? Was it really over by the snowman as we suspect? I mean, isn't it? I don't know. Got a flower. Let's logic this. Let's logic this, boys. Right, we have a brick using the murder. What did Winner do? We don't know what he'd want. Was Winner involved? I mean, there are signs indicating that Aldown's body has been moved from elsewhere. Found bile in his blood. Did it come from somewhere nearby? Yes. If Chairman Winner was involved in President Wang's abduction, then it seems likely that whatever he dug up yesterday had something to do with the kidnapping. Oh, I get it. You do? You bet I do. We're talking treasure, right? Loot. He must have been digging up the ransom money. The ransom money, $100 million, is an awful lot of cash. Burying it would have been a good way to keep it hidden until the heat died down. It certainly seems like a possibility. Glad you agree. Damn, man, they kept the money down for 12 years. It's a long time. Black Transfer, by the way, was behind the 3 hoof prints. Well, looks like it might have been ransom money. Do the other 2 link? Brick used, found by Asma, did it come from somewhere nearby? Can I just check something? Was there a brick missing here somewhere? I don't know. Let's try. I don't think those are linked. No. Oh well. Doesn't add up. Shit. I better think again. We fucking suck at logicking. I think Mr. Aldown's body was moved. How else do we explain the button clutch in his hand? And that would suggest that he was killed somewhere near the snowman. I better take a closer look. Oh, cool. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Well, obviously the footprints. Size 9 footprints going toward the body and away from it. The case file says they must have belonged to the murderer. They grow fainter as they get closer to the orphanage gates. That's just because there's less snow over here, no? Be that as it may, it certainly doesn't help in matching the prints up with a name and face. Poor snowman, he's not looking good. It can't be helped. Snow and ice eventually melt. That's just how it is. And so do mysteries. All we have to do is wait. The snowman of the case will melt into the clear water of truth. All you have to do is wait, Key. I have to work to solve those mysteries. Black Rising, so did he split it into 3 for each hole, or did he brute force the digging? I think he brute forced the digging. The guards didn't say which one it was at. She just said it was at a planter, so he's dug up all of them. But then what are the odds that he would fail? He would fail to find the correct planter 2 times. I don't know. Crider saying it was moved with the brick, obviously. What was moved? Oh, the body was moved with the brick. Yeah, that makes sense. What the fuck? Bro, that ain't... What? Anyway. No, it doesn't. What doesn't? Right. Oh shit, there it is. Huh? Look, there's a brick missing here. Oh, well, there you go. The rest of the brickwork looks fine. Strange that just this one is... Come on, man. Also, why is there no fucking cement between the bricks? Did someone just put them down there and put no cement between them? Fucking... contractors. Logic! Large times the odds would be 3 times 3 minus 1. Yes, I mean, it's not high odds, but it's still like, on average, he would have found it on the first or second try. I don't know. It's more likely that he would have found it on the first or second try than he would have found it on the third, if you know what I mean. Because there's 2 out of the 3 options. But hey ho, whatever. But using Aldown's murder was taken from the right next to the snowman. Taken from right next to the snowman. Okay. Oh yeah, now that you mention it, they're the exact same shape and size. Oh well. That's linked now. I think we have to conclude that the murder actually happened over by the snowman. Right, the button came from there, and the brick too. Indeed, and what's more, if the murderer took the brick from right by the snowman, and then tried to sneak up on the victim all the way up over the planter, or by the planters, Mr. Aldown would have seen them right away. Exactly. I think we need to update the simulation, Kate. Right, so the murderer was in the orphanage, and he snuck up to Mr. Aldown at the entrance. Mr. Aldown wasn't standing by the planters, he was next to the snowman. Gotcha. Alright, here goes. This is fucking messy. Yeah, no matter how you look at it, this just doesn't work, huh? Indeed, everybody who was present is in the exactly the same spot. So where did we go wrong? One of the pieces of evidence on which we based our simulation must be the source of the problem. What if one of them was faked somehow? But which one was it? Obviously it was a picture, man.
Take that!
I'm glad that was obvious. A lot of times I get stuck on these things. I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Cracker says, alright, I'll take my leave. Have a chill rest of the stream. Bye. See you later, Crack. Enjoy yourself. And recover soon, man. Right. Can we be certain that this picture was taken by Mr. Aldown? Huh? What do you mean? We know that whoever killed him moved his body. But why would they have done that? What if they wanted to make it seem like he saw something he didn't? And then they took the photo to help back up the lie? They had the president at gunpoint. They could easily have forced him to pose for the picture. He would have had no choice but to comply. Hey, now that you mention it, they only recovered one picture from Mr. Aldown's camera, right? Indeed. I imagine his killer probably removed the film that was already in there, then replaced it with another, thereby ensuring that the only picture found was the one they staged. That would have been suspicious, though. Yeah, that makes total sense. So this picture was actually taken after Mr. Aldown was killed? No way. I mean, that's what we are suspecting. We've not proven it yet, though. And there you have it. The picture doesn't show what Mr. Aldown saw at all. It seems highly likely that it was simply staged to make us believe that was the case. Wait, so where was the president when Mr. Aldown thought he saw him being kidnapped? Luckily, the photograph isn't the only piece of evidence we can use to try and figure that out. Oh yeah, he left that voicemail too. He did. I think we should listen back to it one more time, don't you? This is surely the only place where the president and his kidnapper could have been standing. Right, wait a minute. What? Wait. If he was here... Wait, what the fuck? How did he get snuck on?
Take that!
That's what oh fuck, how do you figure that? Do I need to read? Shit. Hey, it's me, I guess you're asleep already. Anyway, I'm here at the orphanage. Something weird's going on. President Wang is here for some reason, and there's another. Now lights out, so I can't quite see. Really like he was being kidnapped. The lights out. Shit. That clearly wasn't it. go said in his message one more time. He mentioned some of the stuff he could see, right? He did. Perhaps we can use it. Wait. What did he say? He said he's at the orphanage. He's here for some reason. The lights are out, so I can't quite see, but it looked like he was being kidnapped. Right, what are we checking? If the lights were out, they would have had to be in... Oh wait, shit, here.
Take that!
What the fuck? The light here? That light is out. Wait, this light is out. And this light is out.
Take that!
Bro, what the fuck am I doing? What's the question? Let me check this again. This is surely the only place where the president and his kidnapper could have been standing. Fuck me, man. The light is out. What? That light's out, you bastard. What? I don't know, man. Like, if the kidnapper's footprints were here... Have I missed something? I don't know.
Take that!
I don't fucking... Fuck off! It's too... Fuck this shit, man. Fucking... You're a bunch of bastards. Fuck off. Like, I got it fucking right, you fucking shitty game. I said, you bastard pixel fucking suck my dick.
Take that!
You're a bitch. Fuck this game. I was right when I fucking... Fuck this game. Recall the statement from Mr. Aldown's voicemail. Damn it, the light's out. Two of the lights here in the yard are broken. Yeah, he must have been talking about the one over by the building. Yes, I was right this whole time. Fucking hell. Well, alright, could you update the simulation to reflect everything we've learned? Sure. Fucking hell. And there we have it. The kidnapper was really standing over by the building. Yes, which would certainly have strengthened the theory that they were connected to the orphanage. So they moved the body and staged a photograph to distort the picture painted by the voicemail, which helped them undermine the idea that the orphanage was involved when the case went to trial. Well, that certainly changes what this particular part of the simulation tells us. I imagine it will also affect our understanding of the scene from when the body was found. Only one way to find out. Ready? Make the jump. To switch between the two recreations, I need to first press T to talk with K. and then select Switch Recreations. I'll give it a try later when I need it. Okay. There's no mistaking it. This is where Mr. Alden actually took his pictures before being attacked by the murderer with a brick from the planter just behind him. After being attacked, he collapsed, grabbing the snowman's right eye as he fell. Which means his body would have been here at first, and not where we thought it was before. Indeed, we should examine the area where we previously thought it fell to. Mr. Alden wasn't killed here between the planters at all. Then, what's this blood doing here? Things have changed considerably in terms of what the simulation is showing us. But if we want to look more closely at this blood, I think we'll be better off looking at the simulation from the point at which the body was discovered. Then what are we waiting for? I'm ready when you are. Switch between the two. I need to first press Y and talk to K and then select switch one. Switch recreations. You want me to show you the scene as a report in the police's case files, right? Okay, let's take another look at how things were when they found the body. And there we have it. Must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Wait, so the blood was only up to here, which means the fire happened after? Blood on the snow, a lot of it. It certainly looks like as if a murder occurred here, doesn't it? Wait, but we just figured out that Mr. Alden was killed over by the snowman, right? You did. I think this blood might belong to somebody else. What? The killer? What? What? But the police report said the blood was Mr. Alden's. Need I remind you that the case was overseen by Chairman Winner? The man would have had no scruples about altering the official record over something this small. But then, why go to all that trouble? Couldn't he have just cleaned up the blood instead? He wasn't able to. Think about it. He knew that this was where the police would find Mr. Alden's body, and he knew that the police would have certain scientific methods at their disposal to look for clues. Oh, you mean luminol? Yeah, they would have found traces of blood if they'd used that for sure. Exactly. We wouldn't have been able to clean it up. Sorry. He wouldn't have been able to clean it up to the point where it was undetectable. Far easier to falsify the results of any such tests when they came back in. It would simply have been a matter of replacing the official results with a doctored copy. Eesh, so we've been looking at a forgery this whole time. That sucks. Such is life. Wait, but it says Mr. Alden's clothes were covered with blood too. It does, and if they were, which seems entirely believable, it suggests that whoever's blood this is, it wasn't yet dry when Mr. Alden's body was placed here. I get it, which means that the other person's blood was spilt not long before Mr. Alden was killed. I think it does, yes. But if that's the case, doesn't that present something of a contradiction? Yeah, what the fuck does this mean? Left in the scene of the murder 12 years ago, the blood wasn't Alden's. Then whose blood was it? What the fuck? I don't know what. Deduce? Dude, what the fuck am I supposed to deduce? Somebody's dropped a yellow flower here. It's a lion low, right? According to Francisca, yes. They're originally from Asia, if I recall correctly. Yep, and she said it symbolizes the pond being painted or tiled, right? It was the bond between parent and child, Kate. What can I deduce from any of this? Left in the... Found clutching Alden's right hand. The blood is his. Is it? What does this say? What the fuck am I supposed to deduce from this? I don't know. The body's where it should be now, over by the snowman. Kinda sad nobody being here anymore, huh? No, Kay, not even slightly. Now that the body was gone, there may be some new clues for us to discover. Let's go over the scene with a fine-tooth comb one more time. Yes, sir. Understood, sir. This is the only part where there's no snow, huh? Because of the fire one of the kids set, I imagine the snow were here melted as a result. This must be the luckiest orphanage in the world. First a fire, then a murder. Talk about going from bad to worse. The fire came first, but just because it caused the snow to melt. What can we deduce from this? I need to save this. Could this be related to the evidence somehow? What could it be related to now that I think about it? Ah, fuck. I don't know. Oh, what am I deducing, guys? Oh, I'm just gonna reload because I'm getting annihilated. Right, what can I deduce? What can I deduce? What evidence do we have? So, one of the things we assumed was that the... no, I would have thought... Police had been murdered during a call where he was detailing something we had witnessed. 1 AM, 12 years ago, loss of blood resulting from a blow. Could it be... so what? Fuck it, to the guide. Oh, I did it wrong. Could this be related to the evidence somehow? Eureka! There's a clear contradiction here. Huh? And the blood stain? The blood is clearly cut off where the snow was melted by the fire, which means that the blood in question was spilt before the fire was started. Huh? But the fire happened before the murder, no? If we choose to believe the case file, yes. But if the fire was actually set after what happened here, the kid who lit it may have seen something. Then why isn't there a witness statement? Because that would have challenged Chairman Winner's version of events. We need to know more about this fire. You. Yes, Shifu. The fire may have been reported to the police, which means there may be a record of it. Go see if they have anything and bring everything you find back here right away. Understood, Shifu. I'll get right on it. One more thing. What is it, Shifu? Contact my family back in Zhangfa. Tell them to search my father's office. There should be something there related to the case. There should? What kind of something exactly? I told you I'd seen this scene somewhere before, didn't I? Well, I've remembered where. It was in my father's office. He had a picture of it, or at least of something very much like it. What? It looked like it was drawn by a child. Possibly a child from the orphanage. Possibly even the child who set the fire. It should still be there somewhere. Tell them to send it right away. Yes, Shifu. Hua! Investigation complete. Oh, fuck, I didn't get full. Fuck. Shifu, I'm back. I brought everything the police had on the fire, and I also brought the picture from your father's office. That was... what the fuck? That was quick. About time. What kept you, huh? Well, hand it over. Did he take a... Let's take a look at this mysterious picture, shall we? This is it. This is the picture I remember. Could this be a depiction of something that happened in the night of the incident? It sure looks like a kid drew it, huh? Yes, and I'm willing to bet it's the work of the child who set the fire. Child's drawing to jot it down in my organizer. Shifu, there's... What now? Look, I'll have to wait, okay? Well, Mr. Prosecutor. Wait, what? Why do you think my father kept this? I imagine he acquired it at some point during his investigation. Although I have no idea why he would have chosen to keep it to himself. Could we see the case file for the fire, too? Sure, here. If you'll just give me a moment to read through it. It seems the boy who started the fire snuck out of bed on the evening of the incident. And then disappeared several days later. What? Must have been because he saw something, right? No, a kid? Really? That's horrible. But sadly not unimaginable. Huh? Looks like the kid left something behind that was put into evidence. Huh? What's this? What's it doing in that case file? Oh shit. Have you still got that? Oh yeah. Bloody hell. What is it, Mr. Prosecutor? Have you seen this somewhere before? Something very much like it, yes. We have a piece of evidence that could well be connected. Which item of evidence relates to the item the boy left behind? Well, it's a good thing I remembered.
Take that!
I don't know what it was doing in the evidence for that case, but it looks like that might be the missing horn from this soft toy. Hey, that was President Wang's! You've seen it before? Of course, he always kept it somewhere close by. I remember it because of the missing piece. I see. There's a special device inside that plays recorded sound when you twist the horn. Hey, do you think maybe putting the horn back on might unlock more recordings? You never know. The toy itself should still be up on the 51st floor. Hey, you heard the man. Yeah, Shifu, I'll go fetch it right away. What was he gonna say? Here it is, Shifu, the Torosaurus doll, just like you asked. Good work, hand it to the prosecutor over there. Well, and does the horn found at the orphanage fit the president's plushie? It fits perfectly. And any more recordings on there? Hi, Dijun. Sorry, President Wang. It's me, Amelie. Oh, what the fuck? I know it's been a while. I saw in news that you are visiting the country soon, and I didn't know whether I should get in touch at all, but in the end I decided I had to. What the fuck?
Overruled.
To turn it off right now? Is Gavel President Wang's daughter? What's gotten into Judge Gavel? Are you okay? I just turned it off, please. You see, I had a baby, a beautiful little boy, your beautiful little boy. Wait, what? Is this Amelie? Is this her? Wait, no, right. She can't. She's only 20. She's 26 and this was 12 years ago. But he's 13. I had a baby. Oh. Oh, shit. I'm sorry, that's pretty much all I wanted to tell you. Oh, except I called him Sean. Sean Fenn. It has a nice ring to it, don't you think? Wait, why would you call the kid Sean Fenn? Such a random name. Not even related to yours. No, wait, it was you? I mean, we would have been able to tell from the accent. Sean Fenn? The kid? And also that I'll be at the orphanage on the evening of the 9th. I'll be waiting in the front yard. I thought you could meet him if you like, even if it's only just this one. She had an affair with the president? Judge Gavelle. I know you're a very busy man, but anyway, that's where we'll be. Goodbye. What the fuck? What? What? He was my dad? Wait, you didn't know that? I'm so sorry, Sean. Care to explain what the heck is going on, Gavelle? Sean isn't my... Oh, Sean isn't my biological son. Oh, shit. What is going on here? What the fuck? I'm gonna be a bad man. I'm gonna be a bad man. I'm gonna leave it there, boys. Because we've reached the 2-hour limit. Wait. And I'm gonna leave it there on that bombshell. Sean Fenn is not my biological son. Judge Gavelle. I thought, I was like, is Judge Gavelle's real name Amelie? I was like, what's going on here? Well, I think we'll leave it there for now. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This is getting interesting. We're getting close to the end of the game. Pardon me. Very close to the end. Wait, we've still got 2 sections after this section as well. But anyway, we'll leave it there for now. Sean Fenn is actually President Wang's son, which we kind of suspected, but not in this sense, because she's like... I thought Gavelle was gonna be the mum, and I'm like, why would she have an affair with the president? I don't know. But we'll find out next time, next week, when we carry on playing Ace Attorney Investigations. But for now, we will leave it there. I am Ashmanix. This is Ace Attorney Investigations Collection. And I will hopefully see you guys next time. See ya!